Once you've done your usual foundation routine, we're going to start off with the eyebrows, and they're going to look mental at first, but don't worry, it's going to all come together at the end. So you want to roughly fill in your brows, and then bring them right to the bridge of your nose to a point. Using a brown face paint or cream makeup, add the hair detail above the eyebrows. It's easier to do if you're using a watery product rather than something like a dry eyeshadow. So the brows aren't just one colour, go back through them with a black paint. Taking a light brown eyeshadow, apply it all over the lid and then smoke it out with a blending brush and bring it to a point at the edge of the eyebrow. Next, take the same colour underneath the eye, connecting it to the top, and then smudge it out with your fingers. Obviously do the same thing to the other eye, and then taking the same colour again, darken underneath the eyebrow at the sides of the nose. Next, take your fluffy brush and a darker shade of brown and enhance the crease and underneath the eyebrow. And then do it all again but with a black eyeshadow. But don't worry, I won't make you sit through watching me do it all again, you know what you're doing. Apply some black eyeshadow to the lash line and then smudge it out with a small shading brush. You don't want it to look neat and precise. I want it to go even darker, so I line the upper and lower waterline with a black eyeliner and kind of just smushed it down into the lash line. I did the same to the top outer corner of the eye. Next you can apply some lashes if you want to be a sexy werewolf, but I just threw on some mascara. And then that's the eyes done. And the eyebrows are looking a little less mental now. Taking a brown eyeshadow, start to create a point in the middle of your forehead, kind of like an over-exaggerated widow's peak. This is just going to be a base colour, so it doesn't need to be super neat. Then from the hairline, go underneath the cheekbones, and of course do the other side of the face too. Now using the brown face paint in the same way you did the eyebrows, go around the hairline, bringing the hairs down onto the forehead. And again, just go through with the black so it's not just one colour. Next, just do the same thing underneath the cheekbone. If you're a guy, you might want to take it all the way down to the jawline, kind of like a beard. And if you have a beard, then that's great, work with that. I just feel like going underneath the cheekbone looks a lot more feminine, as far as having a hairy face goes. Another thing you could do is take the brown eyeshadow on an angled brush and fill in any gaps and just soften up the edges a bit. Next I line my lips with it's kind of a pinky brown colour, and then just patted a brown eyeshadow over the top to darken it up a bit. Then I went underneath the bottom lip with the brown eyeshadow and underneath the chin. Next I wanted to create a kind of angry look, so I was a fierce looking werewolf. So if you frown and then just define the creases that appear, you're going to look kind of pissed even if you're not frowning. And then I added some lines on the forehead and smudged it out with my fingers, and then that's the makeup portion of this look done. So I found that a lot of the werewolf costumes included gloves that look really tacky, so instead you can create your own with false nails. Use nail clippers and a nail file to create the shape you want. I used acrylic paint on the nails and it did chip, but I kinda liked the effect. But you could always do a base colour in a brown or a yellow nail polish first. I just went over the nail with a yellow paint and then with a brown blended it up from the bottom. Then I went over the bottom again and the edges just to darken it up a bit. Then when they dry they should look something like this. Then take a black paint and apply it around the base of the nail and then just blend it down with your fingers. You could also paint on some hair on the back of your hands and knuckles as well. Then put in some fangs and yellow contacts and that's the look finished.